Hi, this is Michael Rubin, and we've been talking about modes. So I want to make sure that something is clear to you, and hopefully I can explain it. Let's look at the C major scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now let's look at the first mode of the key of C major, of the C major scale. The notes are C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. It's the same. It's called the first mode because it starts on the first note of the key of C major. Normally we call this a major scale, and it sounds like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. But we can also call it by its mode name, the Ionian scale, or Ionian mode. I-O-N-I-A-N. Modes are based on Greek names, because a lot of the original studies of music was happening in Greece. So, the Ionian scale creates the same feeling as the C major scale. It's the same scale. It creates a happy feeling. Now let's say we love that feeling, but we didn't want to play in the key of C. Let's say we wanted to play that feeling in the key of G. We could play the notes in the G major scale. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, and tell the band to play in the key of G major. We would get the same feeling, but we would be in the key of G. And not only could you call that the G major scale, you could call it the first mode of the G major scale, or the G Ionian mode, otherwise known as the G Ionian scale. Okay? So, let's look at the second mode of the key of C. So first we look at the C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and we find the second note, C, D, 1, 2. If we played the notes from the C major scale, but we started and ended on D, we would get the notes D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. This would give us a completely different feeling than the C major scale if we told the band, play in the key of D. So we need to tell the band, play in the key whose name is the same as the new root note, the first note of the scale. So, this is called the Dorian Scale, D-O-R-I-A-N, and it has two flavors, two feelings. Just like the major scale or the Ionian mode, same thing, creates a happy feeling, the Dorian scale creates a sad feeling, which can be used in some minors. Or if somebody's going to play in the key of D minor, it would be a good choice. Or a bluesy feeling. So let's say you were at a blues jam and somebody said, let's play a blues in the key of D. That doesn't mean they're playing in D minor. Blues can be major or minor. Well, this scale, the D Dorian scale, works for blues whether or not it's a major blues or a minor blues. And if you're playing any rock music that has a bluesy feeling, or any reggae music with a bluesy feeling, or punk, this scale works. So it's a very valuable scale. Now let's say you like the feeling of this scale. You want that sad feeling or that bluesy feeling, but you don't want to do it in the key of D. We got to see, how do we figure it out in another key? Well, one way would be to look at a major scale, say the G major scale, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, and find the second note, G, A, 1, 2, and play the notes from the G major scale, but start and end on A. A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A. Then we would need to tell the band to play in the key of the new root, and the new root is A. So we would say, play a song in A minor, or play a blues in the key of A. If we use the notes from the A Dorian scale, which are the same as the G major scale, but starting and ending on A, we would get that sad or bluesy feeling now in the key of A. So one thing you can do is find any major scale, find the second note, start and end on that new note, but play the notes from the major scale where that root note is the second note in the scale. Another thing you could do is say, what if I know I want to play in the key of A minor and I want to use the A Dorian scale? How do I find the major scale that works? Starting and ending on A. Well, you need to find the major scale where A is the second note. So if you know your major scales, you know that in the key of G major, A is the second note. Therefore, you play the G major scale but start and end on A, and that gives you the feeling of the A Dorian scale. Another thing you could do, let's think about the key of C major and the key of D Dorian. If you look at the roots, how far is it from C to D? A half step or a whole step, one note or two? Well, on the keyboard, there's a black key in between C and D. So it's two notes higher, or one whole step higher, to get from C to D. So let's say I knew I wanted to play in D Dorian, and I wanted to find the major scale that would work. I would need to go one whole step lower than D and get to C, play the notes from the C major scale, but start and end on D. So, if I wanted to play in the key of E and use the E Dorian scale to get that sad or bluesy feeling, I would need to go one whole step lower than E. E goes down to E flat, goes down to D, take the notes from the D major scale, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, but start and end on E. E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, E, and tell the band, play a blues in the key of E, or play a song in E minor. So there's many ways to find which scale and which root work together to give you the feeling that you want. And the main thing is to find one way that makes sense to you. Now, there are 7 notes in the key of C major. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means that there are 7 modes of the C major scale. And what that means is there are 7 flavors. Although some of them have more than one flavor, but you get what I'm trying to say. There are 7 flavors, and you can play those flavors in any key. What you would need to do is consider what number placement in the scale is the flavor you want. So let's say you like the mode that starts on E in the key of C, and you want to get it in another key. Well, what number is E in the key of C? Do, re, mi, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3. If you wanted to find how to play that scale in the key of A, you need to find which key A is the third note, which major scale. It happens to be F. So you would play the notes from the F major scale, F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, but start and end on A, B flat, C, D, E, F, G, A. And that would give you the same feeling as the third mode of C, the E mode. So hopefully this is making sense. If not, watch the video a few times, and then if you still have a problem, let me know, and I'll try and help you out. Okay, and next time we're going to name all 7 modes of the key of C, or at least we'll name a few of them. It may take 2 videos to name them all. Okay, see you soon.